Everyone grows up hearing the same advice. Renting is throwing money away. Buying a home is the smartest financial move you'll ever make. Once you own property, you're finally building real wealth. It sounds logical, it sounds responsible, and because so many people repeat it, it feels true. But here's the problem. Most people never stop to ask why they believe it. They inherit the idea without questioning the math behind it, without questioning the behavior it requires, and without questioning whether it actually fits their life. So today, let's slow this down and look at the decision differently. Not emotionally, not traditionally, but honestly. When you buy a home, it feels like progress. You're no longer just paying rent, you're paying yourself. Every month feels like a step forward, and over time, as your loan balance goes down, you start to feel wealthier, even if your bank account doesn't actually reflect it. But owning a home is more than a mortgage payment. It's property taxes that never stop. It's insurance you must keep paying. It's repairs that show up when you least expect them. It's maintenance that quietly drains cash year after year. And most importantly, it's a massive amount of money locked into a single asset, money you can't easily access, move, or invest elsewhere. This is where most people stop thinking. They see the house value go up and assume they're winning, but appreciation alone doesn't tell the full story. What matters is what your money could have done if it wasn't trapped inside the house. That's the concept almost nobody talks about: opportunity cost. The down payment you put into a home could have been invested. The closing costs could have been invested. The difference between renting and owning each month could have been invested. And over long periods of time, invested money compounds. Quietly, relentlessly. Now here's where things get uncomfortable, because this is where renting can win. If someone rents instead of buying, saves the down payment they didn't use, invests it consistently, and continues investing the monthly difference every single month, the math often favors the renter. In many realistic scenarios, not all but many, the renter ends up with a higher net worth. But that result comes with a huge condition: discipline. Because renting doesn't force you to do anything. No one makes you invest the savings. No one forces long-term thinking. No one stops you from spending the extra cash. And this is where the theory collapses in real life. Most renters don't invest the difference. They absorb it into their lifestyle. A slightly better car, more eating out, more convenience, more spending justified by the idea that at least I don't have a mortgage. In that case, renting isn't a strategy, it's just consumption with flexibility. Now compare that to buying. Buying a home forces discipline. Whether you want it or not, you have a payment, you have a commitment, you have a long-term obligation that doesn't care how motivated or lazy you feel that month. Even people who don't understand investing often end up building wealth through home ownership simply because they're forced to stay consistent. That's why so many people say buying made them rich, not because it was mathematically optimal, but because it was behaviorally effective. Buying replaces willpower with obligation. Renting demands self-control. Neither is morally better, neither is universally smarter. They are tools, and tools only work when they match the person using them. This is the part most videos avoid saying out loud. If you are disciplined, patient, and willing to invest consistently through market ups and downs, renting can absolutely outperform buying over time. If you are not disciplined, if you need structure, if you struggle to invest without external pressure, buying a home may be the only reason you build wealth at all. And here's the real truth. Most people don't fail financially because they chose the wrong asset. They fail because they chose a strategy that didn't match their behavior. You can buy a house and stay broke. You can rent an apartment and become wealthy. The house doesn't decide the outcome. You do. So the real question isn't should I rent or buy? The real question is, am I honest about how I handle money? Do I invest consistently or only when it feels exciting? Do I value flexibility or stability? Do I want freedom, or do I need structure? Because once you answer those questions truthfully, the decision becomes obvious, and it's different for everyone. Stop copying slogans. Stop copying other people's choices. Start matching your financial decisions to who you actually are. That's not just smarter. That's how wealth is really built.